I'm James. I am one of the senior recruitment consultants here at MatchMedics, looking after psychiatry and radiology.
Hi guys, I'm Lisi. I'm the recruiter here with psychiatry and pathology.
And I am Kia George. I work on the emergency, pediatric surgery and minor injury desk.
So let's start with the questions. Do I need Irish Medical Council registration before applying?
So in short, yes, you do. So I would do quite a lot of work with NCHDs, which is non-consultant doctors over here in Ireland. And we would need your IMC in process before applying to a position, because a lot of the hospitals wouldn't shortlist without your IMC at least being in process. I know for you guys with consultants, it's a little bit different, which you would deal with mostly.
Yes, so for us with consultants, the most important thing for you to have is have your registration in process. So ideally have your documents submitted to the Irish Medical Council in order for us to send your profile to the client.
I think the key there is think months, not weeks, when preparing to get your registration sorted.
Great. So we go to the second question. Do you want to do that question?
Yeah. So what lifestyle advantages does Ireland offer to doctors?
So myself, I come originally from Brazil. So what I believe is that Ireland is a very safe country, and also there's a lot of work-life balance here, I find, compared to many countries in the world, and people are really friendly and nice and warming, welcoming, and that's what we get, from a lot of doctors as well that come and move to Ireland. What do you think?
I think the biggest selling point for most doctors is that consultants work 37 hours a week as their standard contract, and NCHDs are contracted for 39 hours. You do have on-call time in that, and with GPs as well, 8 sessions is the sort of upper limit, maybe 32 to 37 hours a week. So you do get lots of leisure time. You do have so many things at your fingertips here, which is lovely. And I certainly take my family to the beach and to the mountains and to all the nice bits that with a lot of farms, actually, a lot of
greenery,
a lot of micro farms that you go and pet pigs at.
And we do, I think, in comparison to other countries as well in Europe, we get quite a lot of annual leave here in Ireland. I know for consultants it's 30 days of annual leave. Yeah.
10 days of public holidays. And what I like about the public holidays is that in Ireland they are always on a Monday. So it's nice.
A long weekend.
Yeah, it's a long weekend. I always tell doctors, like, you can take a long weekend off and it increases your holidays. It's really, really good.
Definitely. So we'll move on to the next question. Are there research and teaching opportunities here in Ireland for doctors?
Yes, actually a lot of the questions we get asked when we're talking to consultants, at least, is what funding is available for research opportunities. And Ireland does this so well compared to other countries. And you can actually get €8,000 per year to put into research and innovation projects. You can put that together with other consultants, and you also get €12,000 for continuous medical education. So €20,000 per year is a pretty good deal for most consultants if you have the time and you have the energy to pick it up post working. But a lot of people also choose Ireland because of that benefit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it would be for consultants and non-consultants as well. Even the non-consultants over here in Ireland, like most of the hospitals would provide, like on Wednesdays they would have like simulation days, whether you're on like a training scheme or you're not on the training scheme. And then also on Friday they'd have like lectures and teaching, so everyone gets to participate, whether you're in on the scheme or whether you're not on the scheme. So there's really good opportunities for consultants and non-consultants. So next question is, what relocation support is available?
This is what we do pretty much every day.
We do the best, So we will help you and guide you and support you throughout the way to come to Ireland. That's where we add a lot into the process. We will help you with looking for accommodation, opening bank account, doing all the documentation required for your work. Also throughout, the process with the client. We will help you with interview preparation. And do you want to tell a little bit more, James? What else?
Yeah, I suppose the main things to take away is that we want to make it as smooth as possible for you to go from where you are now to living and working in Ireland as sometimes as, you know, if you're working quickly or if you've got a specific date in mind, we always try and work to that date. One of the best things, I think this summer we had maybe 5 consultants starting in one location. All of them got accommodation sorted either before or within 2 weeks of arriving here. And that was either with our help or support or guidance on how to acquire that. So it all depends on the need, and we try and personalize it as much as possible. So I think that's...
And our compliance team is amazing.
The best.
Well, shout out to our compliance team, because they're amazing. They help with accommodation. And because we're all obviously on the ground over here in Ireland and most of the doctors wouldn't be, we can go out and like view accommodation if we live close to it, if you like feel unsure, or you just want us to go and have a look at it, you know. So we'll always advise with accommodation as well for you. So there's lots of support when it comes to the team here at MatchMedics. And can I work hybrid or remote in Ireland?
I believe that in the ideal world, it would be fully in country. We've had some particular situation with some specific clients that people will be doing hybrid or remote, but it is preferable that they are here.
Yeah, it definitely depends on speciality, area, time, place. We do get requests sometimes, or we are, like you said, able to work flexibly with clients, potentially if the right person is thinking about making a contribution to a service. So it is possible, but I think the majority of places and positions we have are definitely needing to be on the ground in the clinics and doing the frontline work.
Absolutely. So next question is, how do interviews work if I'm overseas? So most of the interviews will be done online. So they're usually done on like Microsoft Teams, but we'll help with prep for interviews. So we'll do a session with you, a one-to-one, and tailor it specifically to the hospital that you're interviewing to. And we'll help with all this. We'll guide you through it just to relieve any anxieties or anything coming into it. And obviously most doctors wouldn't have done any interviews for Ireland, so you don't really know what to expect, but we would know the layout for most of the interviews, so we'll support with all the interviews.
Yeah, the best preparation we can.
They tend to ask the same questions for every interview, so we tend
follow the same format.
Give you a bit of a heads up on what to expect.
So next question, what is the typical working week like?
Yeah, good question. I mean, it all depends on where you are, what you're doing. Kay, you do so much work with NCHDs. Do you want to sort of talk about what to expect on that space? Yeah,
so they would do 39 hours a week typically, and obviously they would get overtime as well on top of that, and they would typically work 10-hour shifts. For consultants, I know it's a bit different in the hospitals, isn't it, for you guys?
So consultants' working hours are around 37 hours per week. And then they have some level of on-call, which will depend on the service. Sometimes, like, depending on the service, like once every 4 weeks or once every 6 weeks. So it depends.
All depends. I think most of the what you can expect with Monday to Friday work week, it is almost that 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 9 to 5 style working week for a lot of the services. With the public only contract, they do have Saturdays included in that, but there wouldn't be too many positions or services that would be running out and out Saturday work as standard. So Monday to Friday, I'd say, is probably what to expect for most of the places in Ireland.
That's the ideal, So next question, how long does the average process take from registration, recruitment, and relocation?
It's a good question.
All questions are good.
because we cover so many different specialities, and we have all of us are experts in our individual fields. It can be we've had it as quick as 4 weeks.
Yeah, we've had
with as a consultant has sort of interviewed, turned around, and been working within 4 weeks, I think, is the quickest.
It depends on, for consultants, it also depends on when they want to come.
Yeah.
Like if they're not in a rush, the process with the IMC, like it might take around, I'd say 5 to 6 months.
Yeah.
But for you, it's different with NCHDs, isn't it? It's a bit longer.
Yeah, like for doctors coming from outside of the EU, the whole process from start to finish could typically take between 8 to 12 months. And that would be for non-consultant doctors. So it just depends on where you're coming from, really. We can try to push on our side once we have like job offers and stuff to expedite the process a bit. But typically that's how long it would usually take.
And like for NCHDs that are in Europe, it is shorter.
A little bit quicker, yeah.
So it's quicker. We can have like around 6 months, you say?
Yeah.
Like for NCHDs from Europe.
I'd say we always try and say, you tell us when you would like to maybe start working, and we'll do everything we possibly can to work backwards from that date and go from there.
We try our best to get you here as soon as possible. So what are the salary ranges in Ireland?
So for consultants, it ranges from 233,000 to 281,000 euro.
Yes.
For NCHDs, it's 54,000 euro to 81,500 euro. And then for minor injuries, it would be in and around 100,000 euro.
And then GPs, you can expect, I think we were saying GPs was between sort of 120
to 180.
To 180 in best case scenarios in some areas. So, but I think the biggest added bonuses for the HSE salaries would be the 20k additional for training in continuous medical education. So add 20k to that base salary, and then there's a minimum on-call salary, which would be 11,125. So put that on top of your starting salary as well if you're a consultant, and it starts to look quite healthy.
And the salary increases like twice a year for consultants.
Depending on the percentage increase of inflation and where you are. But then with the private, I suppose it would be a good idea to mention the private salary scales, because we do work with a lot of private institutions, and it would be a case of depending on experience and how much you are going to be doing with that private institution, it can be very similar to the HSE, or it can be slightly lower, but there'd be different perks or maybe a different pace to work. So it does depend again. If you do have any questions and you wanted to reach out to us, then we can happily put you in the right direction, and one of the recruitment consultants will be able to support you on your journey to Ireland.